our strategy to get rid of this dangerous dependence on Russian fossil fuels is built on 3 pillars. First of all, we will diversify our supply routes, and last year we also hit another record. This was a level of LNG delivered to Europe and regasification capacity. So when year earlier in 2021 it was 81 billion cubic meters, then year 2022 it was more than 134 billion cubic meters. So we almost maximized our regasification capabilities, but this year several member states will receive additional FSRU units, so we can increase even our capacity to receive LNG more. And I have to admit, US played a major role. We received more LNG from United States than in the spring President Biden and President von der Leyen were announcing. But the other trusted partners like Norway, also Azerbaijan, played their part. We received more gas from UK, and we signed several very important memorandums of understanding, one of them with Egypt and Israel, for example, that has also very symbolic value.
I think that the war is still there, and it's not easy to forgive anybody when you kill people or innocent people or women and children and bomb hospital. And so I think that more than forgive, we have to understand and understand the sense of the life for our world, for our modern world, because that is happening there. So when we talk about energy security, you talk about financing how you allocate your money, how much in the gas, how much in the renewable, and you think that people are killing themselves close to you or so far from for you. I think that that is the priority. That is the thing that we have to solve. And we have to, otherwise, there is a big elephant in the room. We hide to ourselves this kind of stuff. And when we hide something, sooner or later it's coming back bigger and bigger. That is a sense of forgiven. If you forgiven, it means that you are not looking at that, you are not thinking that you have to solve this kind of issue. You talk about something else. Honestly, energy security is a big problem. Rates that are increasing, the cost of money, and all the other stuff. But I think that 2023 the priority is Ukraine.
Putin's weaponization of energy did not begin in February. It began years ago, and in many ways Ukraine was the first victim of that. In some ways, Ukraine's energy grid is today the front line of European security, which is why we have worked so hard together in the G7 with our European partners, with Japan, with others, in order to give the Ukrainians the resources they need to restore the integrity of their grid, to build back better, as you alluded to, Andrew. I would also flag from my own return to Kyiv last month, just something that was implicit in Maxime's remarks, which is just how deeply impressive the resolve and determination of the Ukrainian people is.
The way we're going right now, we're actually creating a carbon copy of the 20th century geopolitics of energy architecture and just putting it into the 21st century. Instead of having a small group of countries that control oil supply and perhaps refining, we're now going to create one or maybe a couple of countries that will control the entire supply chain for wind, solar, electric vehicles, chips. And if we do that, then the geopolitics of energy of the 1970s will be repeated in the 2030s and 2040s.
we are way off track. We are way off track. The world is playing catch-up when it comes to the key Paris goal of holding global temperatures down to 1.5 degrees. And the hard reality is that in order to achieve this goal, global emissions must fall 43% by 2030. To add to that challenge, we must decrease emissions at a time of continued economic uncertainty, heightened geopolitical tensions, and increasing pressure on energy security. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no other way to really address our climate challenge. We need to make transformational progress.